Hey guys, welcome back to my test world. Today I'm going to show you how to build my gravity fall trap. This is designed for Minecraft 1.9 or higher. Please don't build this in 1.8 or you'll have endermen griefing it. There's something special you can do in 1.8, like using double half slabs, I think, for all the building materials where the mobs are going to be in, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so this is a gravity fall trap. Mobs fall straight down through lava, hit a killing floor, and then every about 5 minutes, the killing floor shifts position and all the items that are on it fall through into the water collection down here, and they arrive at a collection point right there. This mob tower has a manual button so you can collect the items whenever you want. It has an on-off switch for the timer, which automatically shifts the floor so the items come out. And it also has a lava off switch right here, so you can turn mob spawning on or off. In just a second, I think that the floor will shift, the items will fall through, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, there we go. Automatically, the items fell through the floor, and they're all collecting down here at the collection point. Now, one thing to note, mobs can fall through the floor. Now, since this only shifts once every about 5 minutes, it's unlikely that mobs will come through, but as you can see here, on that time, we did have a zombie. I have a killing system right here, a source block of water. So if that does happen, they'll automatically be killed, and the drops will arrive at the collection point again. On the off chance that an enderman falls through, since this is only too tall, when endermen hit water, they'll teleport away, and eventually they'll just despawn, so we don't really have to worry about them. And endermen don't always die when they fall through and land on the killing floor. They have a lot more health than all the other mobs, but with the way that they're falling through lava, they will burn and eventually die on the killing floor. And you can see down here that there's ender pearls. Quite a lot of drops here. I think just about every collection we get around 500 drops, give or take. Yeah, you can see there's endermen there, and they're dying from fire. Okay, so the first killing floor, or the first spawn floor right up here, is 24.5 blocks above the killing floor because of the fence posts are actually 1.5 blocks tall. So the mobs fall through the lava, they land on the floor, and that's where their drops end up. I have the timer set up so it'll automatically collect all the drops and they'll all come to collection point. And at the very top is where the lava off switch is. We have some vertical wiring coming up the side that controls the lava flow. When it's turned on, the lava flows straight down and lights up all the floors, preventing mobs from spawning. Okay, so now that we've gone over exactly what this tower does and what it looks like, let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial and I'll show you how to build this. Okay guys, before we start, I just want to go over the materials you're going to need to build exactly what I have shown here. It is quite a lot of stuff, so be prepared. You're going to need 20 stacks of blocks of whatever type of construction material you like to use. In this tutorial, I'm using sandstone. You can use whatever you like. You're going to need 103 half slabs, or you can light up the top of the tower with torches, whichever you prefer. You're going to need 14 normal pistons, 2 sticky pistons, 1 button, 2 levers, 1 wooden pressure plate, 3 repeaters, 39 redstone torches, 56 redstone dust, 92 fence posts, 135 pieces of glass if you want to use glass. Otherwise, you're going to need a little over 2 more stacks of your favorite building material. You're going to need 1 glass pane, 135 signs, which is about 3.5 stacks of logs. Each killing floor uses around 18 signs. 6 lava source blocks, and 1 dispenser filled with whatever item you'd like to fill it with. I use zombie meat. You can use whatever you like. Okay guys, the first thing we're going to do is make the item delivery system. On top of that, we're going to put the item collection system, and then on top of that, we're going to put the killing floor. So let's get started. We want to put the delivery system 8 blocks long. We're going to go up 1 block and go 8 blocks again. And then the back wall, okay? Let's get rid of that extra block. Okay, so what we're going to do is make the channels. Let's get rid of that extra block. Put 1 there. Get rid of that extra block. And we're just going to make the channels all the way down. Just like that. Make the channel down here as well. Get rid of that block. And just bring those all the way down. Leave 1 space. Just like that. Okay. Now, the item collection system is going to start at this level, and it's going to be 4 blocks long on both sides, or 4 blocks wide, I should say. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to take that all the way down. So there's 2 blocks in front, so that's where we're going to stop. Oop. So it'll come like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to bring that all the way down to the back. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to fill this in, and I'll be right back. So the item collection floor is now filled in. We want to surround that with blocks. Okay. At this point, we're going to put signs along the center here. All the way down. Okay, right till you reach that point right there. That's enough to keep all the water that we're going to put in the system in place. Let's go ahead and throw water down here. That should stop right at the edge. And then put water right there. That'll stop right down here. Okay. And we can go ahead and fill in the sides here with water. Okay, actually on my system, this lining of sandstone I have is glass, so I'm going to go ahead and make that change real quick. You can leave it, you know, sandstone or whichever building material you like. I just prefer glass, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now that I replaced that sandstone with glass, we want to set up where the mobs will die if they fall through the spawn floor. So we're going to put 1 sign right here. We're going to put glass, whoops, right like that, right there. We're going to put water in there, and then we're going to cap that off with a piece of glass. That way when mobs fall in here, they get washed this way, and then they swim up, and they'll just die right in here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and line this again, 1 more high with glass. Now in my system, I put a spacer of sandstone above this glass, and it's mostly for looks. You don't really need it to be this high, but with the way that I'm going to be showing the wiring system, you might want to make it like this. Okay guys, now that we're this far, we're going to go ahead and put 7 pistons on this side, 7 pistons on that side, both of them facing inwards. Just like that. Now we're going to surround the outside of these pistons with some sandstone or whichever building material you prefer. Okay, when you're done surrounding the pistons with blocks, it should look something like this. Now we're going to fill in the inside full of fence posts. But we're going to leave, like say this back wall, this space right here, no fence posts, but we're going to fill in everything else. Okay, and when you're done, it should look like that. So at this point, I think we can wire up some redstone here to get the pistons actually doing something. Let's grab some redstone dust and a repeater and one button just for testing. So redstone all along here. I'm going to use a repeater on the second click. Redstone all the way down to right there. 2 repeaters on the longest delay. Make sure you fill in that redstone right. And then redstone all the way along like that. Okay, so we're going to just put a button here for now just to test it. Seems to be working just the way we want it to. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and surround the bottom edge here with blocks. Okay. Now right below this block, I'm going to place another block. And then one there. Just like that. And you get some redstone torches on us. So torch, torch, torch. And then below that block, put sandstone there just so we can see it easier. And a torch, okay? We're going to fill this out. We're going to put a button right there. That's going to be our manual item collection button. Okay, so our button's right behind this block. I'm going to put some redstone dust there. And we're just going to work that all the way down into this bottom block, just like this. When we press the button, the power should come up this line and activate our redstone up here. Something doesn't seem right. Maybe that needs to be one more tick. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 3 ticks on this one. I guess it has something to do with the length of this pulse from this redstone torch. Okay, there we go. There's our manual item collection button. That activates the floor whenever we want it. Now the next thing we need to do is add the automatic collection. For that, it's going to be similar setup. It's going to have redstone coming up just like this. How did I do that? Yeah, so just like that, that block is going to have it. I'm going to replace it with sandstone, actually. And then we're just going to connect that like that. So when the power comes up this, it'll activate all this. Now, if you wanted to, you could put that button, say right here on this block, and just have this single line doing the automatic or the manual collection. But I did that before, and it just didn't look symmetrical, and things just didn't look right without, the redstone coming up this side. The choice is yours. You can save, like 4 redstone torches and about 5 or 6 pieces of redstone dust. Doing it that way, up to you. At this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and install my item despawn timer. I did a tutorial on this a couple days ago. I'll put a link in the description and probably an annotation in this video, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want to see how this is done. Okay, there's my item despawn timer. It's a dispenser, wooden pressure plate, redstone torches underneath that block, and the block that the dispenser is sitting on. I have redstone dust coming from the bottom of this block all the way up here. I'm going to put a switch on the back, or a lever on the back of that block. This will determine if the timer is on or off. And we can go ahead and just fill this all in. Again, like I said before, if you want to see how this is done, I have a tutorial video that shows exactly how this is set up. And let's see. I'm going to cover that up with half steps that won't disconnect the redstone line, even though it might look like it. Wait, no. Like that? Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, it was like that. Right, like that. So that's all covered up. Okay, so everything's set up down there. I just need to put in a glass pane. And this should be all ready to go. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Glass pane right like that. Turn that back on. Item falls down on that pressure plate. And this is ready to go. Once that item despawns, it'll send a pulse up here and it'll shift to the floor. And I just went ahead and put a sign on that. When it's up, the timer's on. When it's down, the timer's off. Pretty simple. Okay, so the main functionality of the item collection is all set up and ready to go. Now we need to work on the mob tower, dropping the mobs onto the floor. And then we have to wire up the off switch for the mob system. And that's going to be pretty similar to everything else that we've wired so far. It's just going to be, vertical wiring. And this will go all the way up to the top of the tower once we have that all set up. Okay, so for now we're going to go ahead and encase this in glass. You don't need to put glass on this piston. And again, you don't even need to use glass unless you really want to. I like the way it looks, so that's what I'm using. And we can just put glass all along the inside just like this. Okay, so once you have the glass surround like that, we're going to bring this up 10 blocks. So it's a total of 10 from this bottom block all the way up. Now again, this does not have to be glass. You can use whatever block you like. I think the glass makes it look better so you can see the mobs falling. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this all in and we'll be right back. Okay guys, now that you have this glass surround done, what we're going to do is come up here and we're going to start the tube for where the mobs drop down. This needs to be 3 by 9 and start one level above the top of this glass. So this needs to be 3 on this side. And then we're going to go 9 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then we're going to make this 16 blocks tall. I'll be right back. Okay. Now that the drop tube is complete, what we're going to do is come in the center here, and we're going to put signs all along the bottom. So it's going to be 9 times 3, so 27 signs. I'm just going to fill the entire bottom of this up. Alright, once that's done, you have the option of filling up the entire bottom full of lava. Or you can just place, I think you only need 4 to completely cover the whole thing. So 1 there, 1 there. Maybe it's less than 4. Let's see. Yeah, I guess just 3. 3 lava should do it, so the mobs will fall down through here, take damage from the lava, and also be set on fire. Okay. So up here is where we're going to start the spawning floors. Each of these are going to be 3 wide, including this block right here. So that's just like that. And then we are going to leave the center open. This will be where the lava falls down for the shut-off. Oh, whoops. Nope, it's right there. What am I doing? And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now we're going to build this up. And we're going to surround the outside, make walls. Alright, and just complete this around the entire thing. Make the wall 3 tall. Okay. Now, also on this bottom floor, you want to put a block right there. And on mine, I put torches just so, the tower's illuminated at nighttime. These are not necessary at all. This block right here will stop the lava that falls through the tower, lighting it up when we have the lighting system turned on. And do the same thing on this side. Block there. Torch either side if you like. And basically, as tall as you want to make this tower, we're just going to copy this exact floor pattern all the way up. On my tower, there's 6 floors. And I'll be right back after I've copied this 6 times. Okay, I went ahead and I made the 6 floors tall, just like my original mob tower over here. Now, another thing we want to do is place signs. We want to line this entire spot right here with signs. So it's going to be 18 signs per floor. And we're just going to do this all the way across and do this for each level all the way up. Okay, so we got the signs all along the edges here all the way down. Now it's time to roof this off. So we're just going to just put a roof all the way around here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the roof is all blocked off. I left a hole here. You can see it goes all the way down. Now we're going to go ahead and install the lava system. Now, the way that I have this set up is I have half slabs all around, just like this. So the whole roof is half slabs. You don't have to do half slabs. You could, put torches out here if you like to save on some extra resources, whatever you want to do. But I would suggest half slabs or lighting this all up. And also, don't forget this part right here. I've seen mobs spawn out here, so on mine, this is all half slabbed up. So to get this going, what we need to do is get a sticky piston. Actually, let me just verify which side I'm on. Yeah, so this is right. We want a sticky piston right like that. Half step. Same thing on this side. And a half step, and I'm going to surround this with half steps. Okay, and we're going to leave room for redstone. Actually, those can go away. So this is all half stepped. Like so. And let's get some redstone. So the redstone's very simple for this. It just connects to both these pistons just like that. When the redstone is turned on, those pistons are extended, covering those holes in the roof. So now we can put lava right in there like that. When the power goes away, the half step is removed and the lava starts flowing down. Let me come down here and show you that. So yeah, the lava will just flow down those holes that we left in the floor and light this up pretty nicely. Mobs will not be able to spawn in here. Okay, so now we want to run the vertical wiring up for the lava off switch. So it's just going to be torch block all the way up. And in fact, I'm just going to do this quicker and just go like that and destroy every other block. Okay. Another thing you might want to consider is blocking this off. If you have the tower exposed outside like I do and it rains, if you get mobs that fall through onto the fence posts down there and they don't die from the impact, if they get underneath the rain, they will be put out and then they won't end up dying. So you'll have mobs collecting down there. You don't really want that. Okay, so we have a torch there. I think we want to block, and then we're going to just take it over like this, and then continue our redstone up every other block, up the spine, if you will, of the mob tower. Okay, and depending on how you want this set up, if you want it so the switch is up, the mob tower is turned off, or the switch is down, the mob tower or the lighting system's turned off. That's completely up to you. So I'm just gonna run. Need some more redstone. Oh, let's see. Okay, so that's in the on state right now down there. So we'll just put some dust out like that. So the default state will be the mob trap is, or the lighting system is turned off. Or, yeah, the lighting system's turned off. And then when that's down, all the mobs will stop spawning. Whoops. Let's go verify that the lava's flowing. Yep, those are open. Okay, so the timer's done. The lava off switch is done. The manual button is done. And I think this is ready to start spawning mobs. Another thing that I did on my own tower is I came out here and I put torches like in the center on all these and then along the sides just to make it, you know, a little bit brighter at nighttime so you can kind of see what's going on. I'll show you the difference when the sun goes down so you can check it out for yourself, see if you like it or not. Yeah, and depending on how you have the redstone set up, you might want to throw a torch over here. I don't think that lava light is enough to reach all the way over here. You might get some spawns over in this general area. So just make sure if there's any possible spot that a mob can spawn, they can't spawn on redstone dust, just make sure you have it lit up. You're going to want to put torches along the outside of this as well. You don't need to spam torches on here like I have them on mine. But, you know, it lights up the killing floor a lot, and it also makes the edges of the mob tower so hostile mobs cannot spawn on this redstone dust or on the open sandstone on the other side. So I personally like the way it looks like, how it's lit up, but if you want it dark, that's completely your call. I think the torches just make it look nicer. Okay, so the lighting system is off. I think we're ready to check this tower out, see how well it performs. Now, one thing to note though, if you're pretty close to this, when spiders fall, if they fall like right on this side, they will, you know, start coming towards you as they're dropping and probably catch the glass. Now, if they do that, they're probably not going to die when they fall, and they'll probably just hang out in here. So just keep that in mind. You don't want to be too close to this thing. And as you can see, the items fell out. The automatic timer's working just like we want. And I think that's pretty much all that we need to go over for this mob tower. Yeah, there's a skeleton that spawned. Let's see, where did that come from? It must have spawned over here. Yeah, just make sure you get everything lit up that you don't want mobs spawning on. Like I said, they can't spawn on redstone dust. Oh, and a spider. Oh, that's right. I forgot, I don't have this all half slabbed underneath the tower. But this one is, so that's not a problem over there. Okay guys, I think that's all for this build. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this design. See you next time.